dealing with a 93, I want to say, Acura Integra. I worked on it before, and we done some other things when we first got it a couple years ago, but now it's been dealing with some sort of incremental misfires for a while, and it progressively got worse to this, so it's rumbling. Stumbling, then it's backfiring. It smells very rich in the back. I got my money on timing, so what I'm gonna do, I gotta paint the valve cover. He want to replace the valve cover gaskets anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that, check the timing, and see what it's like, and go from there. I gotta take that back. I cut the car off and I heard air whizzing, so I take that timing thing back. But timing can do that, but also very, very, very aggressive intake leaks can do that too. I'm gonna start it up and then I'm gonna immediately shut it down and let you hear it. Hopefully you heard that. I don't think it's the cold air intake. I wonder if it's like throttle body or something. Would be worth just going ahead and doing, spraying some brake cleaner around the area, seeing how it responds. Maybe we can find that leak, but that was pretty loud. So maybe even smoke testing it. I forgot these do have pretty large vacuum lines, pretty large quantity of vacuum lines. Well, that makes sense. I guess when you rev the engine, it would hit this cross member or the strut bar and eventually broke. Let's get this fixed and see if it idles better, because if it's lean, then definitely it'll run like it's running. Hopefully, that artificial lean condition didn't damage the oxygen sensors or anything, because it'll deliver more fuel than necessary, and it can pretty much foul out that sensor. Sometimes that can do that, but usually the oxygen sensors don't have major influence on these older engines. Let's get this replaced. Let me block it off first, then we'll replace it. I had to get my supplies straight. I got a 90 degree of 45 will work out. Let's see if I can flip it around on the side here. I mean, I had a lot of options as far as diagnosing this. I mean, I could have done so much. I just, with these older cars, like, well, what route do you take? Let's see if I can pull this. No. There we go. It's broken up there. It's pretty brittle. Yeah, it's pretty brittle. Let's take a rubber stopper, put it over that. I think this will work. Yeah, that'll work perfect. Let's start it up. I'm still leaning towards timing. I think that was just some other ailment with the vehicle. I just need to pull the valve cover and check timing. It is loose. So I got the timing proper. The pistons at top dead center. Here's our cams, they're lined up. There's some little holes at the top, they're lined up for the most part. But look at all this slack in the belt. What I'm gonna do, take this 12 and I'm gonna turn it forward and see how far off it is. It doesn't show. May not look like much, but it is a large amount of slack, and that'll cause the cams to ultimately have a delay when opening and closing, because the cams want to move back. They're just not going to constantly just move forward, so they probably want to move back too, and that's what's causing the popping and stuff until it revs up. So I mean, pretty much the only thing I'm gonna recommend is we do the time belt and water pump. Water pump hasn't been changed. You can tell in the back there, it doesn't look clean. Follow this cover all the way down. And just let's do this first and see how it responds. Because I mean, this is bad. This is blatant. Get the timing slack out of it and see how it do. Because it's running like it has a cam in it. You know, it's loping. And when things lope, there's valve overlap. They're not closing all the way. So this is just the logical thing to do. This is an old school car. It's an Acura Integra. It's a B series. Who can't do a time belt water pump? Let me get this knocked out, then I'll show you the final product. So I got the timing belt replaced and my area mostly cleaned up. Now, personal preference wise, I know it's a customer car, but I just don't like using the backing plate that was from the factory. And it just makes it's easier to assess the belt and things. So personal preference. I mean, the customer does have modifications, so this is fine. Also, it makes it easier if you was to pull the head off. You can just pull the cam, zip tie them, do what you got to do if you have to do that. So it just makes life a little easier, because I'm the guy that got to work on the car anyway. Got new cam seals. Those are replaced. And check out the deflection of the belt now. It's nowhere near like it was. So, and I do have it as tight as I can. I know in the F series, the old 2.2s, if you have the belt too tight, you'll hear that little whine noise when it's idling. So I have to be cautious about that. So what I do, put the tensioner on there, get a hanger with the hook on it, pull up while taking that 14 and locking that tensioner, spring loaded tensioner down. I just rather have it a little tighter than that. But yeah, we're lined up. I'm gonna get everything installed in reverse order. We'll see how it responds. I am gonna recommend we rebuild this water pump. I said water pump. Rebuild this power steering pump. I should be able to get a seal kit if they sell those. And depending on what we have available, we could probably just
replace it. But seal kit, $20, easy to rebuild, no big deal. So let me get everything back in reverse order, show you that I painted the valve cover. Get that it's like a cherry red, so it does match the rims. So that's on there, it'll match those, so it looked pretty good. I got a cam plug too. I'm gonna clean this area off and work my way in the back here, get this replaced, clean this area up a little bit better. And last thing I'm gonna do is just change the oil so it'll be fresh, because it don't look like it's been changed. So I know some of the dirt got in there when I was blowing the engine and stuff, but these engines are pretty bulletproof. You ain't got to worry about anything. I know that's a little janky, but trust me, we're fine. We're fine. All right, timing belt's done. I got the valve cover, gaskets, and all that stuff done. All the upper end stuff. I got a little bit of coolant in there. I'm gonna start it up for you, let you hear what it sounds like, and we'll go from there. So it still has its hesitation. And I got the vacuum line blocked off. I mean, only other thing, but let me clarify. It needed those items. The water pump was leaking, timing belt was loose. First thing I'm gonna go after, fix the timing first, and then go from there. These are not like the new cars where you can do crank cam correlations and turn the timings off or check engine lights. So now that I got that back to normal, I feel comfortable going through the process, determining what's going on with this poor running condition. Damn it, I left the cars lowered, man. I left the pan under there, lowered the car. Why is this coolant on the ground? And smashed the damn coolant. Shit. Anyway, what's next? So it's loping. I got a couple options. I can check and see what the oxygen sensor is doing, but it's a narrow band sensor. And I mean, hell, 100 millivolts is lean, but that'll tell us stuff, but it really ain't gonna tell us much, but that's an option. The next thing I could do, check vacuum, make sure the valves and everything are fine. Could be something wrong with the map sensor. I could also check the check engine light if it's on by jumping the pins, seeing what the what conditions are unsatisfied. Map sensor could be bad too. So I do believe, because it's running rich, it really smells like it's running rich. So I could disconnect the map sensor and see how it works. And I'm going to take the alternative route by not checking the check engine light, seeing the unsatisfied condition, even though that should be first step. I'm just going to go to some basic stuff that I think that it is, see what happens. But at the same time, oh god, I keep smelling ethanol. It smells like E85's in there. But ethanol is not going to make the car run rich, but it can make it run really, really lean. You know what? Gracious. Check this out. Check out the distributor cap. I mean, this thing look horrible. That's gonna be the main thing I replace. I thought he replaced this on its own. Oh, checked. Wow. Yeah, this was the problem the whole time. Well, I'll be damned. Luckily, I got a couple of these laying around. You know, hear me out. Before I go any further, for y'all be like, you shit. I didn't do anything wrong here. The guy said, keep the car, do everything it needs. That's what is going on here. So logically, I need to take care of the timing, get that taken care of, because it was timing related. And it was just, damn this. I don't know, did I do this or he did? I don't know who did it. Maybe I'm gonna blame myself, but either way, he did say, I think I know you're gonna have to get a distributor. I was hearing like this tapping noise. That's what led me to pull this off. But I think it was gonna get to that point anyway, because when I pulled the wires, it didn't change misfire. But this all makes sense. Let's go get a distributor cap and rotor button and pop this in there. I'm gonna blow all that stuff off and we should be fixed. I ignore the mess here. Got quite a bit I'm doing. So I got oh shoot, oh gosh, hold on. I got a distributor laying around. Like I said, I got a couple of these. I've had quite a few of these cars. And I got one now. I got some stuff done too. I got a Volvo turbo on the one I got, and I got a nitrous on it, but I haven't done anything with it, and I don't care about modifying cars anymore because they're just a money pit. Let me see what's on with this distributor. I really just need the bolt, and then we can go wherever else we need to. So, oh shoot, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new one. I can put this on there and see what happens, but I really just need the bolt here in the back. Where's it at? It's supposed to. This one had a. Well, this wasn't a press fit. I guess it was. No, I didn't know. Oh, this is the older one. That's the OB. This is the OBD O distributor. That's the OBD 1. Let me see what I got. There's a screw right there. You can pull that out. So let me go grab what we need, and then we'll come back. I got the distributor cap and rotor button. These are import direct parts. If y'all know, I frequently patronize O'Reilly's Auto Parts. So I have that rotor button here. The screw, I got here. Wait, it's here, right here. I got one out of another distributor. So what likely happened, the old bolt backed out. I found it, I wanted to document it, and I went to grab it, and it fell somewhere in Narnia. So I'm not going to be able to obtain that ever again. So I need to, I need to flip this around. Let me flip this distributor around so I can get this screw in there. That was a good spot right there. Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, the best thing to do is to put some Loctite on here. That would be the common sense way of doing things. But this has a washer on it, and see, I'm gonna make sure this is very tight. But the problem is when you put Loctite on it, it makes it like virtually impossible. So I kind of would rather run the risk of it popping out than not being able to get it out. So here's the new distributor cap. Got some great points in there. I'm gonna make sure my gasket's on there good too. You know what? It didn't even come with screws. Oh. It didn't come with screws. That's crazy. So I gotta take the ones that are out the other distributor cap and reuse those. I ain't want to get it on my new paint job. We'll see how well that holds up for the future. Because, yeah, very little prep work went into putting that valve cover on. Very little effort went into painting the valve cover, sorry. So, we'll get this lined up like the old one. I get the starter solenoid wire back in there, and then we'll be able to start it up. Should run like brand hammer new. Let's start it up. Man, like brand new. It's going to idle a little fast. I didn't get all the coolant in there circulated after doing a water pump. You see the coolant's a little dry. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Well, cool. She runs great now. Only thing I can do is some little touch-ups and get the idle straight, make sure the coolant's circulating properly, and I probably got to adjust the air fuel bleeder valve at the top. But hopefully when the coolant does its thing, it'll adjust. And then I got to fix this vacuum line tomorrow. That'll be the next to do. I'll do that. Go get some hose, fix that. No big deal. Then I got to rebuild this, so I got to find the kit to redo this I might call it a distributor, this power steering pump, or power sterning pump, as some of the hood folks say. And then I'll be done with it. I don't even know what to sit there and say in regards to putting a time belt on here, and some people might say it didn't need it. It did need it. The water pump was leaking.
slightly had some seepage. Okay, it wasn't horrible. Belt had a lot of slack in it. Again, the customer said, do what it needs. It needed it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't that, and I thought it was that. But I've had the F series, the F22, create rich running conditions because of timing being off. Now, in all fairness, this did not jump timing, and I had doubts. But still, the maintenance is brought up. It's better than it was when it came in. And then we got that misfire fix. The bolt that fell out, luckily it didn't damage anything. It was sitting in the top corner when I found it. I just tried to get it. I should have used the magnet and it fell out. I don't know where the hell it is. Like I said, it's gone. But this was a couple day project doing this, and it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. Now, mind you, I've had a lot of these engines. I've done everything you can imagine to one of these motors, everything. So I do notice like the back of my hand. I'm gonna let this go because I mean I got a lot of other stuff I gotta do, and I'm over it today. But look, if anything happens and it comes back for some issues, I'll definitely update, because who knows, I might have screwed up something. I ain't perfect. Hell, I even diagnosed this thing wrong, right? But it's fixed. Hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed how to reach us some work, and I'll see you next one.